Well, it's Sunday morning and we're about to go and check out one of the widest spread globally electric vehicle charging networks and also the most reliable. The problem is we've got the wrong brand of vehicle. So we'll see how we go. Do you know what charge network it is?
Yeah.
Rightio, let's go and check it out and see how we go. Well, here we are just down the road from my place. We're quite lucky we've got one of these charge locations very close to me, which is just off the Gateway motorway and the M1 motorway here in Brisbane. So it's a perfect location if you're heading north. You're bypassing Brisbane and you're heading up to the Sunshine Coast, or you're heading from north down south to the Gold Coast. This one is a perfect location because it's just a kilometre or so off the main road. Now you may have guessed where we are. Those power units, those distributed remote power units over my shoulder there might be a bit of a giveaway. So where are we?
At the Rochdale Tesla, what?
The Tesla supercharger location here at Rochdale Village. So let's go and check it out.
I just can't remember, it's too long.
Actually, that'll be funny. Hi, my name's Greg and welcome to the Electric Car Australia EV channel. The channel for those wanting to learn a little bit more about electric cars, and if you'd like some personalised one-on-one advice, you can make a booking by visiting the website below. So here we are, and that's part of the reason why Tesla's superchargers are so reliable. They have the remote power units, so they're in those things there. And we've got a stall of 6 chargers here, and as I mentioned, these are the most reliable chargers in the world, up around 99% reliability. And here's one that's actually out of action, so that's very, very rare. You don't often see that. But the service unit was here the other day and they couldn't get it going, so it's in repairs in progress. And we'll show you shortly on the app, so you certainly know that before you get here because the app tells you that. So what we're going to do today, we're going to attempt to charge our MG ZS EV. So obviously a non-Tesla, but you've probably heard that Tesla's opened up around 50% of their rapid charger network to non-Tesla EVs around Australia. And we're lucky here, our local Rochdale one has been opened up. So this is the first time I've attempted to do it. Never tried it before. So you guys are going to see the blow-by-blow account. So Tesla have made some changes to allow non-Teslas to charge. They've removed the bollard, or not the bollard, I guess the wheel ramp. There was a wheel stopper at most of their sites. So they're starting to remove those. They're also starting to put on longer leads. These ones aren't, these are the shorter leads, but that's starting to happen around the country. And they've also put up some extra signage here. So if you've got a non-Tesla, there's a scan instructions there, and you can also download the app. So I've downloaded the app quite a while ago. I've created an account. So I'm not sure whether you need to do that or not. I think you can just be a visitor these days. But we have downloaded the app a while ago. We've created an account, so we'll show you that shortly. So charging an EV is really, really easy. We've got lots and lots of other videos on that on our channel, so check those out. As I mentioned, it's a Sunday morning, so it's nice and early. We've put a loaf of bread on and we shot down here before it gets too busy. So the shadows are a bit of a pain this morning, but that's okay, we can work with that. So the MG has the charge port on the front. So my little helpers there is going to show just how easy it is. Open that up. We're going to remove the rubber bungs. So the MG's being a budget sort of vehicle, they've got all these little bits and pieces, so we've got manual rubber bungs we pull out. And up here, the Tesla lead there has a a CCS2, so we'll unplug that one. Well, no, maybe we need to try it.
No.
Okay, no, so that one's locked. So unlike a lot of the other chargers, you can't plug it in first. So what we'll need to do is fire up the app and we'll see if we can unlock it. Okay, so let's see how we go. So we've got the Tesla app there. So we'll click that and open that. Waiting for it to boot up, it's a bit slow. So keep in mind, if you've got a Tesla, of course, you don't need to do any of this. Your car talks automatically to the charger and you just plug it in. So charge your non-Tesla. So that's the first thing that comes up in the app. I'm already logged in. You can see there the profile. So let's click that. Let's turn on the location. So there we go, it's showing Rochdale and it's got the little spanner there, so that's showing that it's got one in service. So if we click on that, or out of service I should say, there we go, Rochdale Supercharger, 4 of 6 stalls available, maximum 250 kilowatt charging. And if it's successful, we'll check how much charge we're getting, because of course the ZS can only charge at a maximum of 80 kilowatts, so 250 is way overkill for us. Busy time, so it's showing it's not very busy at all. And the charging fee is 78 cents a kilowatt hour, and there's a $1 a minute idle fee, which is fantastic because we want people to charge up and leave as quick as possible to free up charges for other people. And look, the charging fees, they are quite expensive. They're probably some of the highest you'll pay. But of course, as EV drivers, we don't worry about that so much. When you need a charge, you need a reliable charge. You need a charger that's working, so I don't mind paying that at all. So there we go. Hopefully you guys can see that. So we'll just hit charge now. It's coming up. Sorry, that's really hard to see. Some chargers may be down, yet we understand that. So it's asking us to choose our post number. Now that's really easy. That's it there on the bottom of the charger.
2A.
2A. So let's hit 2A on the app. It's really hard doing it with one hand. 2A. Get started. Now I can't remember whether I've added credit card details or not to this, so we'll see what happens. Charge your non-Tesla. Check compatibility, certain vehicles don't work. Add your payment information. Okay, so we'll need to add some payment information. So there we go, we've entered our credit card details, so that took about a minute. So they're in. So here we are, credit card details in. We've got the address set up. So obviously didn't share the credit card details with you, but we're going to share how successful this is. So 2A, that's our charging port. So let's hit start charging. We'll see, we might hear an unlock, maybe not. Okay, give it a pull. A bit harder, there we go. Okay, so we'll just show the charge port. So just hold that one up, we can see. Okay, so that's a CCS2 plug, which is standard here in Australia for DC rapid charging. There we go, so plug in and let's see how we go.
And there's a button on the top here.
Yeah, we don't need that one. Plug it in nice and tight.
Yeah.
Is it in?
Yeah.
Feel it in.
Oh no, there
Okay,
it is.
there we're in. Okay, and the app is showing there, plug in to start. There we go, we heard the click. We've still got plug in to start, we're flashing now, so that means it's communicating with the car. It may take up to 2 minutes to start charging. Now look, I'd say that's because it's a non-Tesla vehicle. As I mentioned, the Tesla vehicles will communicate with the charger. They know that the car's coming, they know the model of the vehicle, owner of the vehicle, the account. Everything's all automatic, so you don't need to worry about that. But with a non-Tesla, there's a little bit more communication that needs to happen. You guys can't see that. So yeah, we'll give it a couple of minutes and we'll just see how we go. Beautiful morning here today. We had one other Tesla here earlier, but he's just finished up and gone. And as I mentioned about the price, we won't stay here too long because it's 78 cents a kilowatt hour for energy. That's expensive for us at home. We've got a reasonably large solar system. Our regular viewers will know about that one. I'll include a link above in the video there to show if you wanted to have a look at that. But we can charge from solar at home pretty much for free for the loss of our feed-in tariff. And you may not know, but about 90% of EV drivers do charge at home. So not many people need to use these DC rapid chargers. Primarily you use them when you're on a road trip, traveling, or if you don't have off-street parking, so you're in a high-rise unit and you don't have parking in your unit block, you might use these chargers. Or for some reason you need a very quick charge, you've just been on a long trip and you've come home and within a couple of hours you've got to go again, you might visit one of these. Okay, so just checking the app here now, we've got a message that says no car detected, plug in to charge. So this is a bit of a common problem, particularly with the MGs. So let's unplug and try again. Okay, well here's round two. So that first one didn't work, so we've actually unplugged it, we've plugged it back into the charger to reset it. We've gone through our app again, we've selected the location and we've selected the post number, so that's 2A. We're going to hit start charging, which will unlock the port. Let's put it in. And let's see how we go. So we've got plug in to start, the same as we did before. Might take up to 2 minutes. Okay, we've heard the little locking clips. It sounded like it unlocked again, so that wasn't a good sign. So MG owners will know that when we're using the 350 kilowatt rapid chargers, so the tritium units primarily on the EV network, we often have some issues with those. The leads are very heavy. These V3 supercharger leads aren't heavy, but there's a problem sometimes with the CCS2 connection actually locking in with the car. So to me that sounded like that locked and then unlocked again. We've still got plug in to start on the app, so it's saying it's still communicating, but I don't think it is. So if this one's unsuccessful, we'll try it one more time, and what I'll do is I'll actually hold the plug in, and quite often that will get a better communication between the charger and the car, and that'll often work. So we'll see how this goes and we'll give that a shot. Okay, so here's our lucky last. We're going to try it one more time. And this time we'll set it all up as we did before, and I'll actually hold the lead to make sure we get a connection. So let's see how we go. So there we go, I'll hold that in there. We'll wait for the lock. There it is. And there it unlocks again. So look, what we might do, we might change stalls. So just in case it's this particular stall, we'll change over to one of the others and we'll try that. Well, that was a bit disappointing, wasn't it? We tried 3 times, actually we tried a 4th time. So 4 tries on 2 different stalls and we couldn't get the mighty MG ZS EV to charge on the Tesla supercharger network. These are V3 chargers. They've only been in a couple of months here at Roachdale. If you'd like to check out our video on those being installed, I'll put a link above. But yeah, really disappointing. We've got a fail today. The MG software can be a little bit hit and miss on some of these chargers. We do hear some stories, and we've had an issue ourselves with the EV 350 kilowatt chargers, so the big tritium chargers. Sometimes you struggle to get a connection on those, a communication connection. You've got to hold the socket in. The leads on those are water cooled and they're quite heavy. These leads on the Tesla superchargers, they're nowhere near as big, so they're a lot smaller. But as you've seen there, we did also try to hold those in, and while we could get the socket to lock, it wouldn't stay locked and then would unlock. So there's obviously a communication problem there. So little man, we might put the bungs back in. Let's close the charge port down. And as I mentioned, disappointing we couldn't get these ones to work because they're the closest ones to our home. We'll obviously do another video another day at another location and we'll try it. But really interested to hear your thoughts and comments if you do own a ZS EV and you've been able to get it to charge at a Tesla supercharger. Pop it in the show notes. Let us know the location, the year model of your car. This is a 2020 model, so this is one of the first ZS EV models into Australia around 3 years ago. So maybe the software's been updated a little bit. I know there's some MG4s, so the new hatch from MG that's been able to charge at Tesla superchargers. So that one's certainly working. But if you've got any other brand that's a non-Tesla that can charge at the supercharger locations, please pop it in the show notes. It's always great to be able to share knowledge across our community. Well, disappointing. We gave it a shot. We'll try it again another day at another location. If you have been watching, thanks very much. Really appreciate it. And as usual, a big shout out to my regular supporters, Di, Ken K and Simon. Thanks very much. Appreciate your support. If you'd like to support the channel with a couple of dollars, I'll include the links in the show notes and also down below the platforms that you can support us via, or just give us a thumbs up and leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. That also is a really big help. Well, that's it. We're going to go home for a Sunday morning breakfast, see if that loaf of bread's done. What else are we going to get up to today?
Maybe go in the pool, down to Undle Park maybe.
That's right, maybe a bit of swimming. We've recently turned on the pool heater here in Brisbane. It's only sort of mid-September, but it's already warm enough to be getting back in the pool. So as I mentioned, we've got solar, so we've turned the solar heating on, and yeah, we might be in the pool this afternoon and go down to the soccer field for a bit of a kick around. Well, that's it for this video. Take care, thanks for watching, look after your friends and family, and we'll talk soon. Cheers.
Bye.